Jay, there's a lot of conversation about how to gain business, right? Get new business, get repeat business, etc. But what about how to turn down business? How to, you know what I mean, not take on a client? What are the steps you recommend that a business owner or entrepreneur should follow?
I think that's probably one of the best questions, especially about business, because especially nowadays, people are doing exactly what you said: how to get business, how to get more, 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 and less is better. Less is truly better. I think starting off in the beginning, getting extremely focused on what it is that you do and you want to do, on the problem you want to solve, or the product that you want to bring to the world. That decision, making a strong decision, eliminates a lot of problems and a lot of options from the door. And then you got to stick to it. One of the companies I fell in love with, I'm not the biggest fan. I can't even hate on the food because it's not nasty, but it's just they only serve one thing, and that's Raising Cane's. I love them as a business because they are rocking out here in the West Coast, and they only sell chicken fingers. That is amazing to me from a business perspective. Like, yes, it sucks that I want to go there and I want some variety, but I gotta respect the fact that they just sell this chicken tenders or fingers, and they are all over the place. I ain't never seen an empty line. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nobody. I ain't even hear nobody talk. I mean, people worship the place, right? And I see them in the community. They partner with businesses, with the Raiders, with everything. They've chosen to turn down customers. Why? Because if they would have a different level of customers if they were serving burgers, if they were serving this, along with the chicken fingers. But no, they say, I'm just going to serve chicken fingers. So that was a way of turning down customers. Then that next person has got to understand when something's not working. You know what I'm saying? Making that hard decision and seeing, okay, maybe you started out with 3 products and 2 of them not working. Maybe you started out with 5 and 2 not working. Right? You got to be okay with that. You got to pay attention to your numbers and say, this is not doing it. All I'm doing is spending money on this. I'm not making any money. Yes, maybe I got to let some go of some people in these departments. That's fine. You got to be okay with that. But a lot of people, I think maybe they want to save face or make it seem like their business is, is hurting me because they're trimming the fat. That's business. That's why people fire you, be like, hey, we got to let people go, layoffs. Because they understand, like, I might not have that department no more. That's the way they made it. They made that decision to not serve that customer, that client. We call it in the service-based world firing clients. You got to be able to, those people who work your ass to death and pay you the least. Those are people you got to get rid of. But those people you're probably going to start with. That's okay, but once you get yourself to a different level, you gotta be willing to get rid of them. That person who paid you $400, $40, they're never gonna pay you the $4,000 and $5,000 and $40,000. They're never gonna be those people. So you have to move yourself out of that space. Don't try to serve a $40 person and a $4,000 person. You're gonna hurt yourself like that in multiple ways. One, it's too much, just for your company probably to handle as far as going from that level to having to go all the way back down. Usually the cheaper person give you the most hell. I've been there. I was a photographer for years. The people who I did $99 and less work for drove me crazy. When I started working with major brands, it's the easiest shoots I did in my life. Easiest shoots I've ever did in my life. So I ain't no hassle from Amtrak. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no hassle from Save the Children Foundation. But Save Your Sister around the corner gave me hell on wheels. You know what I'm saying? For her $250, right? So I had to get rid of them. They didn't fit the dynamic of my business. They didn't fit what I was doing. And we got to stay in tune. We can't just always be about a hustle. You have to leave that for somebody else. Maybe you were at that price point 2 years ago. Don't think that somebody is, it is somebody there to take that place for you. They'll find someone else, and you got to move on. You can't look back. Not in business. You got to be like, all right, I was at $200 last year. I'm no longer there. Find another person, and don't come back there because it's going to mess you up going forward. Yes, it might take some time. The funny thing is you're going to have less clients, but you laugh and you look and you're going to be psychologically crazy because we be thinking that we're not doing good business because When we was at $200, we had 10 people. Well, you got one for 2,000 that give them any money, and you still bought back a lot of your time, right? So once you get two, all you need is two people to work with, and you done doubled your money already. It works smarter, not harder. As you grow, you can't put in 18-hour days, get 100,000, and then you think you're gonna put the other 6 hours in and get 1,000,000. At some point, something has to shift mentally, and a lot of times it's letting go of things, letting go of clients, letting go of mindsets, letting go of ways that we did business. You know what I'm saying? And making those tough decisions that you have to make. Saying my business and myself, we're going in this direction, and we never coming back to where we were.